This is the Chris and Aaron Show with Kristen, Zach, and Aaron Camaro.
What's up? Everybody hear me?
There he is. What's up, Andrew?
Hey, guys. Thanks so much for taking the time to, entertain me.
It's our pleasure.
Thanks for taking the time to entertain us with the awesome movie.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, I really, really appreciate that. I know I've rustled a lot of feathers with it, but that's what it's about, right?
Whose feathers got rustled?
Yeah, I would imagine everybody seeing that would be, I love it.
Kiss is pissed?
Really?
Oh, they're pissed.
Ah.
Why are they pissed?
Because somebody else released the greatest Kiss movie ever, and it wasn't them.
They just don't like bootleggers, and I think they see this as a bootleg, and people are actually selling it. Not me, of course. There's a website in South America that's selling it. So
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
Well, he's selling it on DVD to people that don't have the internet?
I guess.
I guess so. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about.
Okay, cool.
We'll have some fun tonight.
Okay, cool. All right, so we'll do our intro and everything for this later, but we'll introduce you and then we'll just roll right in. Is that good?
That sounds good to me.
Awesome.
So I think we'll do the promo for the movie up front, and then we'll get into our top 5.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right. You just got to put me on the spot.
Oh, sorry.
We're not doing no intro or nothing, though, right?
No, I just and it's Scambatty, right?
Yep, Scambatty, you got it.
So I know you've seen this thing that's been blowing up the internet with Kiss fans here lately. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I'm the one who turned you on to it.
Exactly, yeah, because it was so cool. You sent it to me. I started watching. I'm just like, at first I was like, oh, what is this? And then it really is. It's the Kiss movie that I think Kiss should have come out with. And today we're going to be talking to the man that helped create it, Andrew Spamgetti. Is it
Scambatty?
Nobody gets it right, do they?
It's okay. It's Scambatty because that just gives me time to hear myself talk, which, I wouldn't be a Gene Simmons fan if I don't get to hear myself talk.
Right. I know. I mean, it's not as easy to pronounce as Sinzak.
You're right, yeah. Look how long it took me to get that right.
Well, I mean, we're all of different nationalities, and we all have hard to pronounce last names. I mean, we can't all be, the great Ken Mills.
Right.
I mean, nobody gets his name wrong. So, huge shout out to Ken because, Ken is why we're all here today, my opinion.
Well, yeah, the Podfather. He's influenced all of us.
The Podfather.
Yeah, in one way or another, for sure.
Yeah.
And continues to do so.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, man, that was great.
Hey, that was really cool. Thanks so much for having me on. And I don't forget that you guys were the first to write up the iVideo way back when.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you for bringing that to the masses.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, do you know why that got taken down?
I'm sure Kurt Gooch had something to do with it.
You are so right. How did you know that?
Because I know Kurt Gooch.
He's the one that called the record company and was like, "Hey, you guys better look at this and take it down."
I didn't know it had gotten taken down.
Our original upload was taken down. The one that had over 100,000 views got taken down.
Dang.
Why does Kurt have to do that shit?
Because he's a sack of shit. That's why.
Yeah,
he thinks it's going to gain him favor with the Kings.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, Kurt thinks that this stuff belongs to him, and he has this attitude about himself that nobody can have this stuff that he has because he found it and blah 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 and all this stuff. And he's made some money licensing clips here and there. He's worked on Kissology, and more power to him. But he treats his supposed friends like his personal ATM. So, and I really don't dig that. And I'm assuming he kept a copy of the video for himself, and he's probably going to put it out there when he wants to.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I've heard a lot about. I've met him in Atlanta, but that's the only time I've really interacted.
Oh, he stunk so bad in Atlanta that day, man. He smelled so bad.
I was a little bit more impressed with Jeff than I was Kurt.
Yes. Jeff is the guy who is probably the reason why we saw that book, because if Kurt's reactions are too emotional.
Yeah.
And if it was up to Kurt, that book would probably still be, hey, I take nothing away from that book. I love it, but you haven't done anything for 17 years, Kurt. Let's get real here.
Yeah, that's kind of his claim to fame at this point.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when's this going to air?
Well, the Vinny episode we're finishing up will come out Sunday probably, and then this will come out about a week after that.
Okay, that sounds cool. I was going to hold hold this until December 1st, but like people, like I was getting so many messages. I was like, I gotta get in front of this, and I gotta keep the momentum going. So
my whole family's going to be together for Christmas. I have to play this for them while they're all together.
Apparently some guy had like an unofficial screening for Indianapolis today. So
really?
that's what I heard. There was another screening in Holland about a week ago.
Oh wow!
Well, my gears already started turning about possibly seeing if you'd want to, maybe if we can fit it in, do a screening of it at Rockin' Pod next year.
That'd be cool.
Let's absolutely do it. I don't know if we can advertise doing it because, like I said, Kiss is not happy with it.
Well,
yeah,
here's what I'm thinking. Well,
it,
another thing we're thinking about doing, if things, obviously a lot of stuff has to roll the right way, but I'm going to have comedians come back again next year, probably Craig Gass again, and we're talking about doing like a live screening of Kiss Meets the Phantom with them doing commentary on it.
Yes.
We could play Greatest Show on Earth as it rolls into Kiss Meets the Phantom, maybe.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it, and I'll come in and I'll talk about it. I mean, Julian actually had one of the very first clips of Greatest Show on Earth, but I guess he couldn't fit his laptop on the table at Rockin' Pod 2. But he had it. he was there, and he had a copy.
He had a lot of books and stuff to put out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I asked him, I was like, well, how'd it go? And he's like, oh, well, I couldn't get it up. And I was like, that's totally fine. But he had one of the very first like screener clips.
Gotcha.
So he had that. But yeah, let's do that. Let's just see how the next couple weeks go.
Okay.
I'm assuming that if I'm not going to get shut, I'm assuming I won't get shut down if I haven't been shut down yet. I don't know. I know they're watching me. I know that.
Oh,
I know
boy.
that.
Such power trip.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm hoping that they say, "Hey, we loved it. Let's make it official."
You take the business aspect out of that. You know that Gene and Paul, if they've watched that, had to have been like, "Wow, that was fucking awesome. We got to put a stop to this immediately."
Well, so
what I'm saying is, they had to have loved it.
Yeah. So here, I'll tell you this. I made 25 DVD copies of this, and I'm only giving them out to people that I know aren't going to copy it or anything. But I had a copy when I was with, because I spent about 3 weeks with Gene doing this whole soda thing. Because I did a whole soda commercials.
Right. Yeah.
So Gene knows who I am.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a copy of it, and I remember like looking at the copy, looking up at Gene, looking at the trash can, looking back at Gene. Look, and this went on for a couple minutes, and I threw it away. I chickened out.
Oh.
So I took a copy of it, and I threw it in the trash. I didn't want him to be mad.
You wouldn't think, you're one of those guys.
Yes, exactly.
You should wait to the last day.
Oh man. Well, he's as big a collector as anyone else is. I think he appreciates what it is.
I'm sure.
Well, if I get another chance, I'm going to treat it a little differently.
Oh, really?
So if I really get a one-on-one with him again, I mean, he's called me bunches of times, this and that. But if I get another chance face to face, I'm going to say, hey, this is something that I'm just going to explain to him, like, what a passion project it is. I go, this is not for sale. There's none of these floating out there. This is just for you. Mm-hmm. And it's got your name on it. It's water. It's, whatever you need to do. This is just for you. And I want you to watch it. And I want you to tell me what you think.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love the passion work.
Yeah.
Just like Sean Franklin last week with his Anthrax stuff he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, people should be, that's where like a guy like Sean, he should be doing that for a living. He should be making money, helping Anthrax be their best. This is another situation just like that.
They should hire
this guy
you.
obviously has the passion for it and the care and the respect enough to create the greatest Kiss movie that ever came out. Why wouldn't you want that guy working for you?
Mm-hmm.
Don't know.
I'd rather you work for them than Brandvold. But say that out loud.
Or Keith LaRue.
Because if it was Brandvold, it would have had the parts in it about his life. It would have been all about him with little pieces of Kiss in the middle, in between.
Sorry, we're not fans of his.
Brandvold was like, hey, you're not coming on the show talking about your movie.
Why?
Because it's not official, and he doesn't talk about unofficial products on his show.
Fuck him.
Oh, so he cut to the chase and told you before you. Yeah, that's great. What a guy.
What a guy. All right. But anyway.
Oh, good. All right, guys. Well, just send me a link when it's up, and I will share it across all platforms. I mean, I'm getting a pretty good clip now. I mean,
good.
My Facebook posts this year have been liked 130,000 times.
Jesus.
So I'm picking up speed.
Awesome. We'll come.
All right, get to YouTube and see how many more views you got since we did this.
Let's see, because Like I said, I check every day.
Awesome. All right. Well,
the official view count is 25,644.
nice. Well,
That's awesome.
Well, don't be a stranger. Come back on the show again, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to. I would love to. So yeah, we'll definitely talk again. We'll talk soon.
All right. Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, man.
Thanks so much. I really, really appreciate this.
All
have a
right,
good
no
one.
problem. Okay, so we're having this whole conversation, and we should probably be recording this. So
Let me find the email. so
I don't know
can
if
read
anybody
it.
noticed this, but on the Decibel Geek website, there is no more Amazon banner. It's gone.
It's fucking horse shit.
It's a weird situation. So Chris got an email.
Yeah, I can read the email if you want.
Yeah, read us the email.
All right, so I'm getting ready to leave work the other day. I guess it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. And it goes, hello. Effective today, Amazon is terminating your associate's account as well as the operating agreement that governs it, which basically means we're even canceling the agreement. And I'm like, what? And it says, why? We reviewed your account as part of our ongoing monitoring of the Amazon Associates program. During our review, we determined that you are not in compliance with the operating agreement found here, and they link to it. The violations include the following. It says you are incentive, and this is the first part is something we're not doing.
Okay.
You are incentivizing others to visit the Amazon site via your special links by offering rebates, cashback, discounts, points, donations to charity, or other incentives, which we're not doing.
No, we're not
Never
doing
have.
anything like that.
Or by stating that customers can support you by shopping through your special links.
Right, because that's what an Amazon affiliate is.
Yeah, and then
That's the whole idea.
Right.
You know, we send people to Amazon, they do their shopping. Amazon's making money. Maybe people would have went somewhere else. You know,
Totally.
because
That's the whole purpose
you look
of
on
it.
eBay, it's the same thing as on Amazon.
yeah,
9 times
affiliate
out of 10.
links are common.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's so many podcasts that do it.
Yeah, not just with Amazon. Tons of companies do
Right,
affiliate links,
sure.
which we'll be looking into in the future.
No fucking BarkBox or bullshit like that.
No. It'll have to work. But it says, what's next? You must stop using the content and Amazon marks and promptly remove all links to the Amazon site. Not happening. Fuck them.
Well, I mean, the link to their site is basically the banner on the page.
Yeah, but I mean, I always used links from our banner links to the show notes
Right.
for all the artists
But
that we
you
play.
can't go through every
Fuck
single
no.
episode
We're
release
talking
you've
thousands
ever done.
of links, and all the writers would use those links on albums they review and
Right,
stuff.
yeah.
So you're talking thousands of them.
So why would Amazon do this? All we've been doing over the years is benefiting
I
them
know.
by sending people there to buy their rock albums
ridiculous.
and all the different things that people have gotten through our link
Yeah.
to support us.
Yep. And I mean, and we use that money to pay we get crumbs on it, but I was
Right.
using that to go towards hosting and the domain name for Decibel Geek and
Right.
web forwarding, so we for email and all, a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And then it says, because you are not in compliance with the operating agreement, Amazon will not pay you any outstanding advertising fees. So any money they owe us is not going to get paid.
Oh, those sons of bitches.
Please be aware that any other related accounts may be closed without payment of any fees. Amazon reserves all other rights and claims, and that's basically stating
If we
you
keep
start
doing it.
or if you start up another Amazon
Yeah.
affiliate thing through another email address, we're going to fuck you then too, because they can track
Unbelievable.
IPs. In limited cases, this closure may be appealable. See appeal, blah, blah, blah. But I've read up on this, and I mean, I am going to obviously try to appeal it. I at least want to hear a real answer for why.
Because I'm kind of mad about it. I
but-
don't know if I want to be affiliated with Amazon anymore.
I don't after this. But yeah, so I read up a lot on this, and apparently, for going back at least 3 years, from what I researched on Google, this has happened to a lot of people that are, and podcasters in specific.
Right, yeah, because this is a great thing for podcasters.
Yeah, and
And for Amazon.
a lot of them have fought it and appealed it. Some even wound up finding a phone number that actually goes to somebody, and even they were like, "We'll look into it, get back to you." And then they get back to you and be like, "Oh, sorry, it's in the policy. You went against it. See ya." They just don't work with you on it.
But I don't understand. I mean, being an Amazon affiliate
Yeah.
means that by sending people to their website, they give you a little teeny tiny little cut
Yeah,
of
I mean,
it.
I wasn't, and like we've never said, and like that, and I didn't. It's not in this email, but like other people said that when they fought it, Amazon would come back and be like, "Well, you can't make it sound like Amazon sponsors your show or backs you."
Yeah, see, we've never said that they sponsor our
No,
show.
never.
But I have said that they love us and they love rock and roll and things like that.
But give me a fucking break. I mean,
But I highly doubt they're listening to the shows going, oh, wait.
but that's not us pulling a fast one.
No,
We viewed it as a partnership,
Yeah.
not as a real sponsorship.
We viewed it as an affiliation.
Right, that's what it is. But it's just like, what I'm not at this point. I don't even want to work with them, but I want to understand why that's written into the policy. Why can we not tell people that you support us by going through our link? It does nothing but benefit them.
Exactly.
It gets more people to go to their fucking website.
Right.
What are we supposed to do? Put a link up and never do anything?
You get somebody that's buying one of them stand-up desks or whatever, you know, something that's not technically a rock album, and you know they go, okay, they got it on eBay, it's $100. You know, they got it on Amazon, it's $100. You know, I'll help my buddies Chris and Aaron out. I'll go through their link. I'll do Amazon. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm sure that's probably happened. Maybe not just with our show, but, you know, somewhere along the line.
And Rich said him and Wally just got set up with their affiliate account. He's like, oh, fuck, are we going to have this happen too? I was like, well, we apparently skated for 6 years under the radar without them seeing. But like, we weren't trying to fuck anybody. We weren't doing anything what we thought was bad. We were trying to drive business to them and get a little bit of help.
No, there's never been a conversation of, you know, how can we trick more people into going to Amazon or something like that. You know?
There was no trying to game the system or anything like that. And there are on my reading, there were shows that they had methods and ways of doing it.
To offer rebates and things like that,
not rebates,
like it said?
But they would, and I think I may have tried this once, but I wasn't even doing it to game the system, but there's like link shortening things you can. I didn't use a link shortener, but there was times I would use a link that went through our link to a product, and I would share that like on Facebook. But this is
like the product itself.
Like the Beatles Sgt. Pepper 50th Anniversary Edition came out, and I share that on our Facebook page. It just helps them,
right? Because basically you're giving them free commercial.
But I guess there were people that would take those links and like mask the links to where it looks something where they would mask the links where it got around things. But I wasn't even doing that. I was just sharing a link, and I'm like, if I get a few bucks out of it, great.
Yeah, because isn't that what Amazon would love? Would be everyone sharing Amazon links. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at that. Hey, look at this. Hey, did you go to Amazon and get this?
Right.
You know,
the idea behind what they're stating is stupid.
Yeah, it really makes no sense.
I don't understand why they're doing it. Other than what I told you before we got on mic was the theory from a lot of people that have been banned was it tends to always happen around November, right when the holiday shopping season starts, and it's the theory is that they're cutting us out at the legs before people can do all their holiday shopping through our link, so they don't have to pay because it'll be obviously more,
right? So
they don't have to pay us in January and February for that shopping. But they're losing.
But that doesn't make sense. But they're
losing
either.
Revenue down the line because of that.
Right.
You're losing a whole year's worth of revenue by doing that, and in the future, if you're cutting us out,
saving a penny to lose $10.
I agree. That's why I don't understand it. I read the email 5 times before I even believed it.
I read it and I was like, I read it out loud to the wife, and I was like, does that make sense to you?
And at first I thought it was bullshit. I was like, this has to be a spammer or some fake account, and it's for real. Associates@amazon.com. It's legit.
If you don't want your affiliation suspended, send $50 check to Arabian Prince immediately.
I was hoping it was something like that. So it's stupid. I don't get it. All these years we've brought money in, and then
I wish there was an actual way to find out what the grand total was, like how much they made off of us by going through the site.
I could,
or off our listeners, I guess I should say.
I might be able to find that out.
I'd be curious about that. I mean, and just to know, what they made and what the problem is. Like you could appeal it and be like, look, we've driven this much business to your site.
Yeah, I really don't understand this.
But like I said, at this point now, Amazon becomes like Vinnie Vincent, where it's like, okay, well, if they turn around and say, I'm sorry now, do we still want them back?
That's funny. That's funny. On the same week we're recording a Vinnie Vincent episode.
Yeah.
Like Amazon Vinnie.
Oh, yeah. We haven't told you guys yet. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're bringing back the Vinnie Vincent episode. Something we said we wouldn't do.
What are we going to call this one? I've been trying to figure it out.
What did we call the ones like with Robert Fleischman? Like Vinnie Vincent episode.
They were called Vinnie Vincent Special, volume whatever.
Okay, so what volume are we up to?
Well, see, that's where it gets tricky, though, because we've done several that weren't Vinnie Vincent specials, but they were like there was Vinnie Vincent discussion, there was top 5 Vinnie solos, there was Vinnie Vincent reaction from the Atlanta Expo.
Yeah.
So, but those I guess were more just you and me talking, not interviewing people. So we could call this a special. This would be 6 or 7.
Okay. Yeah, just figure out whichever and whatever seems appropriate.
I can't wait to hype this. People are going to be like, what?
I don't even know what the hell this is going to be.
Well, here's what I was thinking we would do. I figured Joe's going to kind of be like a special co-host for this because obviously he's going to have thoughts on stuff going forward.
Right.
I think we would talk about, we'll get his story. How'd you get into Vinny and Kiss and everything? And how did it come to where you wanted to book him for the pre-party?
Yeah.
And
maybe you could tell us about some of the other stuff he's done. I mean, this obviously ain't his first.
No, he's booked a lot of stuff for years, and I'm hoping he'll be part of the expo next year. Cause
right on.
I want to have him on board to help kind of guide things because he's
maybe a
really
good way to start would be to ask him, about his history and
booking stuff. Yeah, because if we could build credibility with him first, saying, you know what you're doing. You've worked with a lot of famous people. And I'm guessing this there's nothing that compares to working with this guy.
Right.
Why don't we start it with that? But then obviously
we want to be able to let people know who he is,
right?
Because just he's a promoter's kind of a behind the scenes guy, and so you want people to understand that this ain't just some dude,
Right. And then once we wrap that, we can go into our thoughts
about
some
Vinnie Vincent hater.
Or fanboy, depending on what day it is, I guess. And then we could roll into the Memphis discussion, and we'll just get his take on it too.
How it all came together and all that.
Yeah. And I talked to the people that have talked to me about the rumors. Is like I can mention. Oh yeah, I heard some interesting rumors that that the show might get canceled in Memphis, and B that Robert Fleischman hasn't heard from Vinny at all, and no rehearsals have taken place. And he's supposed to guest at this thing, and it's in, 3-4 weeks?
Wow.
I don't think it's happening.
Make sure when you're saying these things, you're saying things like allegedly. And
oh, yeah, I'll be very careful.
Yeah.
We could even start with, the things you're about to hear are purely speculation.
Yeah.
After we finish with Joe's part. I was like, oh, it's not too cold in here now.
Check 1 2, check 1 2.
Check 1 2, check 1 2.
Looks good.
Good.
We're there. Skype's ready to rock. We're on top of things today. It's weird.
I'm getting the hang of this podcasting. So I guess
after all these years,
we'll just do the meat of this one. We'll record the intro to the Vinny thing after this.
Okay.
And that'll include that. I have put Geeks of the Week and all that on this page, but you don't need to fool with that.
Okay. So we'll come back. Yeah, we'll have plenty of time to do an intro for this.
Yeah. But this will put us about a week ahead, which will help with the holiday coming up.
That's amazing. How can that be?
Took a while to get back here, didn't it?
It comes and goes so swiftly.
All right.
Remember that one time we got ahead, and it was like we were able to take 2 weeks off.
Yep.
But then it was like, all of a sudden, we're not caught up no more.
Right.
This show has always kind of been like that, by the seat of its pants. We never really got too far ahead. I know there's shows out there that they record like interview, and have them all stacked up, but that's tough to do, I think, sometimes, because even though we pride ourselves on being evergreen, I think that there's still aspects of it that time date it.
Yeah, you want it to be,
especially with an interview.
Yeah, with interviews. That's why Victor had how many interviews piled up forever. Yeah. But I wouldn't mind.
Even that one I did with Victor, I was like, when it came out, it's like I'm talking about something that just like recently happened.
Right.
But it didn't recently happen. Right. It was like a year ago.
Yeah. You're almost kind of forced into staying pretty current.
Yeah. It's hard when you're just having conversation.
Right. We should record a few rainy day episodes, though, when we need them.
Yeah.
Stuff where it'll just be something we can put out whenever.
Just some kind of top 5 deal.
Yeah. Camaro's cut out, man.
Yeah. I was thinking we could start doing that maybe for VIP.
Okay.
Just pick one CD at a time. We could have like a separate something to play it on, and we could play it so they could hear it through the microphones.
Like a live reaction.
And a live reaction type deal to it. Because I got a whole shit ton over there of bands that look like they rock. They look like rock albums, but I'm not sure if they are or not.
Yeah.
Because I never had the time to really fully check them out.
That'll be more fun once we get video hooked up in here, too.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to get some cameras put up.
I'd like to do like Ralph Vieira does, man. He does all kinds of awesome video stuff.
Yeah.
He's got it set up. He knows how to edit it.
If we could get it where we could have like a GoPro hooked up on one of these, aimed at me, one aimed at you,
Yeah.
and then we could have a switcher or something where you can edit it back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, and then even
We
one
almost
doing
need
the
a
whole
third
room.
person there to do the switching because we
Right.
can't decide like when we're gonna switch.
Well, you'd record like both video
click,
feeds and
click, click. I wasn't done. Click, click. I wasn't done. Click, click.
no, but you could do it later after the fact, but then it's more work. But yeah, I'd like to get good at switching it live. Are you ready to get him on the line?
Yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah, he just messaged me. Yeah, good for you.
Oh, it's fucking cold out here.
Oh shit.
We're freezing for the VIPs today.
Are we going?
Do you want to see my stash that I got from McKay's Day?
Yes.
Check this out. I got a good pile here, man. I got some good stuff. I took some stuff in and traded, and basically just traded CDs with them.
Rainbow been out of shape.
That's with Joe Lynn Turner.
I know.
On it.
I love that era.
It's
of him.
basically like a Deep Purple album because
It
it's
is.
got Roger Glover on there. It's got Richie Blackmore. It's not bad.
No, it's a good record.
There's some good stuff on there.
Yep, I've got that on my iTunes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I look forward to listening to that one a little bit more.
Fool for the Night. I love that song.
Yeah, that is a good one. That's a standout one on there.
Cool.
Then I got this one. This is a weird one.
Humble Pie.
The very last
Go for
Humble
the
Pie
Throat.
album.
I don't know if I've heard this one.
It's so-so.
What's on this one?
There's a song on there called Lottie and the Charcoal Queen that's really cool.
I've heard Tin Soldier.
Yeah, Tin Soldier, because
All Shook Up I've heard.
Uriah Heep does a cover of that song on their Abominagog or whatever.
Yeah, it's still got Steve Marriott and Jerry Shirley on it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's. Do you know there's a
That's
version
the last one.
There's a version of Humble Pie touring now.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know who's in the band though.
I guess I go see it for the songs, I guess.
Okay. Gross Point Blank soundtrack.
For some reason, that's on my list. There's some good stuff on
What's
there,
on
but I
there?
don't know why it was on my list. But I saw it. It was really
Because the
cheap.
violent films are on it.
I think maybe it must be that Blister 2000. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why. Because sometimes I get stuff that's on my list, and I'll find it and be like, why is this on my list?
Faith No More.
Like that band Wheatus. Wheatus was on my list. I went out of my way to find it. I got it, and I was like, why did I even get this? And for the life of me now, I can't remember how it ended up. Because
got,
sometimes I'll get on the Wikipedia and just start looking stuff up, and then just, I didn't know about this album. I got to add that to my list.
Right. It's got Pete Townshend, Let My Love Open the Door. It's a very poppy song, but I've always loved that song.
Is it him, or is that
it's
that a Who song? Or is
No,
that
it's a
his-
solo song.
Oh, okay.
You've heard it before. If
Yeah,
you've heard
I
it,
know
you'll-
the song.
Yeah. A lot of people remember it from Look Who's Talking, the movie. It was
All right.
the opening song. All
I
right.
got a Uriah Heep
Uriah
album
Heep.
from the 80s.
Equation. I've never heard this.
It sucks, man.
does?
Yeah, it's like a Foreigner album,
What
like
year?
a bad Foreigner album.
85.
Like the whole album sucks, and then the last song is kind of like a Uriah Heep song, and
Night
it's
of the
pretty
Wolf.
good. Night of the Wolf is pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the
any
rest
these.
of it is just them trying to fit whatever 85 is, I guess.
The album cover looks like a digital boob.
Yeah, it kind of does. Maybe that's why it stood out to me.
This album's the tits.
Here's another
All right.
one that was the last of an era.
Now this is a good one.
There is some good stuff on there.
Adios Amigos by the Ramones.
Why doesn't Joey Ramone sing on all of it?
Because they wanted CJ to sing songs. I mean,
I
he
don't
was.
understand why.
That was Joey's idea. He loved CJ.
I mean, CJ is all right. I like the song "The Crusher" because it's about my favorite wrestler of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean, there's some cool stuff on there. Like,
Oh, yeah. I Don't Want to Grow Up's great. Life's a Gas.
Life's Gas. Okay, I like. What's the next song?
After Life's a Gas.
Yeah,
Take the Pain Away.
Take the Pain Away is really good.
Scattergun.
I like that a lot.
I like that.
There's one before that that Joey sings.
It's Not For Me to Know.
Not For Me to Know.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, I like that song.
I
a
like
lot.
this record. I've always liked this record.
That Take the Pain Away is really good too. But yeah, that
For-
other song's really awesome.
For a final record, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, it's weird. You know, I guess I could see how it was coming to an end. I mean, if you ain't even got the lead singer singing all the songs.
That, like I said, that was Joey's. I mean, I don't know if Joey's health was
And
that
the
great at
CJ
that
songs
time.
aren't as good.
Well, he's definitely not the singer Joey is. All right, what the?
Jerry Rafferty.
Oh, well, I saw this Value Up. What? How do you say that?
I have no idea. It's some kind of value CD.
Valueopolis or?
Yeah, it's just some kind of re-release,
So-
I guess.
Oh yeah, Jerry Rafferty, City to City, Baker Street.
Yeah, Baker Street's on there.
That's the only song on here I know. I've
You
never
know
listened
the
to
other
album.
song, because we talked,
Right down the line. Yeah,
we talked about that on the Ace Frehley episode. Like I
Right.
said, that's one that Ace Frehley should be a cover contender.
Yeah.
I think Ace Frehley would do awesome on that.
Hmm.
You know, we were talking about Ace not too long ago about how when you did your review for his latest album,
Yeah.
about how he doesn't sing the same.
Right.
I picked up a little thing on an interview that I think explains that.
What's that?
He says he's been living in California so long now, he feels like he's starting to lose his New York accent.
Well, maybe that's
So
why.
that, I think, kind of plays into the way now he sings a little differently. I think it's got something to do with that.
It's interesting.
Because his over enunciations,
Yeah.
he didn't used to do that.
Our buddy Victor, Victor Ruiz from Mars Attacks, drives him crazy the way Ace enunciates on these albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This last one was worse than the one before. The worst still had a little bit of New York to it. And when he's singing about Bronx Boy, it's still there.
Yeah.
But some of them other songs, it's like, I don't know. And I think that's what it is. It's like he's losing his New York accent, so therefore he's not sounding like classic Ace Frehley as much.
I think somebody along the line just told him to enunciate that way, and he's just stuck with it.
You should knock it off. Just go listen to 78 solo album before you record anymore.
Right.
And do it when you do record, do it with the band you got going with,
Okay.
This is fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah, this album
I've been
rules.
looking for that for a while to have
Black
my own
Sabbath,
copy
The
of
Eternal
it.
Idol. This is a really good record.
There's so many good songs on that.
Yeah, I love this album. Yeah, this Sabbath was great in the 80s. I don't care what people say.
Still looking back, I think that Other Side of Sabbath is still one of my favorite episodes that I learned the most from.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a weird album cover, but I do like the album.
You know the story about that? There's a famous, like, if you guys can imagine the Eternal Idol album, it's got like the statue on the front.
Yeah.
But that's not the statue. Like, they wanted to get a picture of the actual statue because there is a statue like that. They wanted to get a picture of the actual statue, but they couldn't. Like, back then the copyright things were funny, so they could never really get it. So what they did was they hired a couple of models
These are real people.
and painted them up like the statue. So those are real people.
I always thought it was
but
a
the thing
statue.
is the paint that they used fucked up their skin, like clogged all their pores, and they had to go to the emergency room as soon as the photo shoot was over.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
I read about that.
That's wild. And this is the remastered version.
So that nipple you see on there, that's real.
That's real side boob.
That's real side boob on there. Tony Iommi would have it no other way.
All right. Well, you don't
This
already
one-
own this?
I had it, and I don't know what happened to
Enough's Enough, 1985.
it. And this is the Spitfire remaster. I had the original when it first came out.
That's my favorite thing. It's got a Cat's record store
Yep.
sticker on it
We talked about that on the Typo Negative episode.
from the Dog Pound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
the
their
cutout bin.
I love their version of Tears of a Clown.
Yeah, that whole album's really good.
Hollywood Squares.
That's some
Fingers
early-
on it.
Fingers on It's awesome. Arouse is awesome. Marie is awesome. So many good songs on that album.
And then isn't most of this is from like the very early days?
That's like their
with
earliest
Gino,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, so that's actually was songs that were recorded in 1985.
Yeah.
And think about that. Enough's Enough in 1985. Those guys were slugging it out a long time before they ever made it on MTV.
Helpful hints on designated drivers speeding in 43rd Street drag racing, page 23.
There's some cool stuff in there, like the foldout in there has got like a picture of Chip in Penthouse. Or not him in Penthouse, but
Yeah, I don't want to see that. It's just
we love
his
Chip,
face,
but not
thank
that
God.
much. And then a picture of like
Donnie on High Times.
Times with a big old bud in his mouth.
That's funny. That's cool. It's good to have that.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah,
Like I said, I had the original, but it's one of them things, I bought it when it was new, and then here somewhere along the line I lost
and
it.
Howard Stern wrote the liner notes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Howard Stern really loved those guys.
Baco just did a really good interview with Donnie.
I need to listen to that.
It's really good.
Any interview with Donnie's got to be good.
You get marriage advice from Donnie V.
Nice.
It's not good.
Don't do it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark.
Fear of the Dark, not a really strong Maiden album, but there's some really good, really good gems on there.
Be Quick or Be Dead.
It's a great song, From Here to Eternity. I like. I like the title track, and the rest of it's just kind of like all right.
Weekend Warrior.
Yeah, not good.
Not
Weekend
good.
Warrior's not good.
I always like the album cover. I know not everybody else likes it, but I always dug it.
I think it's pretty cool.
Eddie coming out of a tree.
Yeah, that's neat. You like this one.
All right.
I love this album cover. I learned something neat about that,
What's
too.
with all the Uriah Heep?
I kind of been on a Uriah Heep kick lately. Like every
Innocent Victim.
time I see a Uriah Heep album, I got to pick it up because there's at least 2 or 3 songs in there I'm really going to like.
What year did this come out? 80s,
So that one would have been
97.
No, that's a re-release, so it was older than that.
Oh, it says this compilation.
So, but it's not a compilation. It's like a remaster, re-release. I think that one came out in the 70s.
I don't know shit about Uriah Heep.
But it's got that cool album cover on it.
Really, until we started doing the show, the only thing I knew about Uriah Heep was their name would be on the Kiss promo flyers from back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were one of those bands that were really big in Europe, but didn't really catch on as much here in the States.
No.
They were big in other countries, but
They've stuck
but
it
they
out.
had Easy Living,
Yeah.
was their big hit here. But
Yeah,
other than that,
which I've never liked.
but it was enough for them to have a very, very long career.
Yeah,
and
I think they're still doing it.
A lot of different member changes over the years. I think Uriah Heep is still out there. I think there's probably one original member.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, that's like the band that I think Spinal Tap based it off
Oh.
of, where they had 15 different drummers. But check it out. You see the big snake on the cover? If you
Yeah.
guys check out the cover, the album's called what?
Innocent Victim.
Innocent Victim. It's got this crazy looking painting of a snake head on it.
Yeah.
But look at the eyes.
The eyes are crossed.
The eyes are human.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I guess they are.
They're Bob Daisley's eyes.
What?
Yeah. They took a picture of Bob Daisley and cropped his eyes in the picture of the snake. So you got a snake with human eyes, but they're Bob Daisley's
Are they
eyes.
saying Bob Daisley is a snake?
I don't know.
Huh. Was he in the band or
Yes.
anything? Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
I don't know anything about Uriah Heep. I knew Lee Kerslake was, but I didn't
Yeah.
know Bob Daisley was all. I guess I did know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last one, I've been looking for this one for quite a while too. That's
Dio Magica.
that's
Yeah.
a fucking awesome album.
I love the production on this record.
and then it's got
such
like
a
the
big sounding
then it's
record.
got like the 18-minute like audio book of
Oh, really?
of Ronnie James Dio playing Dungeons and Dragons and narrating it.
Really?
That's what it sounds like. But it's cool. I haven't listened to the whole story. I started listening to a little bit because I just got it. And
The Story of Magica.
it's the story of Magica, and it's him reading that.
Magica the Gathering.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't a Dio like trading card set.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Like Dio.
Oh yeah, there's like a fucking book's worth of shit here
Uh-huh.
in the pages.
Yeah, so it's like a short story, but it's like 18 minutes long. It's the final track on the CD.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
But there's some really, really good songs on that album.
That's cool. I do like I like the album. It's a big sounding record.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's real powerful. It's got a lot of the Sabbath quality to it,
Yep.
like the stuff he was doing with them. That's got whoever's playing guitar on that's doing some good Tony Iommi impersonations.
Tracy G in the band at the
I
time?
want to say, yeah. I think so.
Let's see.
Around that time, I think.
No, it was Craig Goldie.
Oh, is that Craig Goldie then?
Yeah. And then Simon Wright and Jimmy Bain.
It's a good album. It's got some weird stuff on it because it's like a concept album, but
Yeah, Tracy G was Strange Highways.
there's a song on there called Chalice.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't sound like Black Sabbath style. It's faster. It sounds like
speed metal.
yeah, maybe not quite speed metal, but more like I'd put it in there like the heaviness of like Accept.
Oh, okay.
It's got that kind
I
of.
haven't heard the
flavor
whole
to it.
thing, but I like what I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it a lot. And then speaking of Accept, the 2 that I got today on the haul, but they're still up in my bedroom because I'm still checking them out. I got Accept, Objection Overruled, and I got Accept, Reckless and Wild.
I like that one. That's a good
So
one.
my Accept collection is getting there now.
Yeah, Reckless and Wild. Most people consider one of their better ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
See, in this show too, you talk about how doing this it's broadened my horizons on music so much.
Oh yeah.
Like I never used to listen to Accept.
No, me neither.
I always had Balls to the Wall. That was the only song I knew because that was the song. I mean, even when I worked on radio, that was still in the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the one song that survived. So I always looked at them as like, oh, these guys are like one-hit wonders.
Well, like in America, they kind of were.
Totally, yeah,
Yeah.
because that's their only hit here.
Yeah.
But then, like through doing the show, and then like doing year in reviews where Accept would come up and things like that, it's like every time I've heard an Accept song, I really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
So then I started going back and digging into more of their stuff. I mean, man, take a song like Losers and Winners.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking love that song so much. And if somebody would have introduced me Accept when I was young, I'd have been all about it, I think.
Yeah. Well, I was that way with Saxon.
Yeah,
Like,
same
I
thing.
just-
Yeah,
I knew
I
the
never
name.
knew nothing about Saxon either.
Yeah, and I think I knew shit. Was it the Steel Wheels or?
Yeah, that's probably their most popular song, I guess.
I didn't know, but that was about the limit
Wheels
of
of Steel.
Wheels of Steel.
Yeah.
Steel Wheels is Rolling Stones.
Yeah, that's right. Big difference.
Yeah, that'd be funny. But no, but the stuff they've done with Tornillo, I almost prefer. I mean, the newer stuff, I love it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another one of them bands I kind of separate a little bit. Like there's early era, there's Eat the Heat, and then there's current era.
Yeah, they've got an interesting history.
Yeah, and like we were talking about on the episode too, that Eat the Heat. That's I listen to that and it's like, this is really good. I like it a lot, but it doesn't ring as accept to me when I listen to it.
It's them totally trying something else.
That's like maybe they should have picked a different name for the band for that album.
I wish that I would have liked to have heard another record with Reese to see where they would have gone with it. I think Eat the Heat's great, but you can tell it's like they were bending to record company pressure. Like, you got to be radio friendly now.
Time to write a hit, guys.
But there's good stuff there, but it's not that
except it's got to be tough because they're like, we did write a hit. It was balls to the wall. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should make more songs like that instead. Right. They're like, no, you need to do some Poison songs.
Except doing Cry Tough.
Yeah, that's kind of what that album is, but I mean, still good in its own right.
Well, you have one sitting over there. What is that?
Oh, this is something, again, every once in a while, like that Zilch one I showed you.
Sweat.
So there's a band called Cold Sweat, and it's on my list, and it's something I've been looking for because
was it Anthony White's band?
I think so. There's something there where there's other guys that played on that made me interested in it. That's not it.
It's a different band called Cold Sweat.
It's a different band called Cold Sweat. So last time I found a CD called Zilch, and I was all excited about it because it was Hide from Ex-Japan.
Yeah.
And so after learning all about that from Kevin Williams when he did the show, I was all excited about finding this band Zilch. And I really wanted to hear that album because it's like two guys from Japan and a couple of Americans, and together they come out with this metal album. And I wanted to check it out, but it's really, really hard to find. And I was really excited when I found Zilch CD.
Right.
And then I got it home, and it's like a weird Christian rock band. That's not really good.
What's this sound like? This looks very metal.
It's very metal. Yeah, it's more metal than what I was looking for.
Well, the back cover is a picture of scissors going into this chick's eyeballs.
Very metal scissors.
And the song
not
titles.
Not the kind with the plastic protectors on it.
Some of the song titles: Burn Everything, Gun in My Head, Steps of Churches, Praying Tied Down, Nightmare, Choking on Silence, Blinded. So it's a metal.
We'll save that for the new version of the cutout bin.
I'm interested to hear what it sounds like.
So that one will come up along with that other Zilch. So anytime I get something weird that still rocks, I still hold on to it. Yeah. Because I knew someday we'd bring that back.
Well, that's cool. I'm interested to hear what it sounds like.
Because I actually got enough weird CDs down there like that right now that I could probably do 6 or 7 complete Camaro cutout bins. But we're going to start doing it different for our VIPs. For you guys.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Cool. Well, that's an interesting haul you had.
Yeah, it was a good day. Traded in a bunch of stuff, got a bunch more back. I like it.
Did you give up some really cool shit?
No, just stuff that I had doubles of because my list was out of date, and sometimes I buy multiples of CDs. When you got this many CDs, it's hard not to get multiples sometimes. Yeah. So I saved up all my multiples for a while, and then Jamie went to a thrift store and found a bunch of like Mumford's and Sons.
Oh God.
And Adele and things like that.
She bought those for you?
She bought them for this purpose.
Oh,
she was like, I know you're not going to like these, but I recognize the name of some of these bands. And if I recognize the names of these bands, that means that they're popular. So I paid 25 cents a piece for them. And I know I got more than that in trade-in value when I brought them in.
Yeah, so you just use them later to get the other stuff. That's cool. That's smart.
Because I'm not keeping the Mumford & Sons for myself.
I know if you go to Bargain Hunt in Murfreesboro, you can get 20 copies of Garth Brooks' history collection.
Yeah.
There's shit tons of them in there. It comes with a book and everything, $5.
Yeah,
really?
They've been in there for a long time. It's been a long time since I've been to an Essex Bargain Hunt store. I don't know if everybody's got those.
Every time I go in there, I'm like, damn, there's all those Garth Brooks.
But they have them there every time.
Tons of them.
Well, they used to have a big giant cardboard box just packed full of CDs, and you'd have to dig through it. And it was a lot of singles.
Yeah.
And so it was like, geez, I hate to pay $1 for a single.
Yeah.
But then every once in a while you'd find something that was weird. I found
really cool.
what's his name? Shit, it's escaped me right now. The guy that was almost in Van Halen.
Oh, Mitch Malloy.
Mitch Malloy. I got a Mitch Malloy single up there.
Well, if we ever have him on, you can get it autographed.
That's the only thing I got for him to autograph, and the song is just the worst.
Yeah, I haven't. Not too impressed with him.
No, it's very AOR. I want to say. I guess.
Yeah.
Very.
More so than what I would
Very
even
Bolton.
like. Yeah.
Yeah. You might love it.
No, there's stuff I've tried listening to, and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
even too commercial for me.
Yeah, it's too syrupy.
Yeah.
Way too sweet and syrupy for me. But I held on to
Have
it.
you seen video of him singing with Great White yet?
Yeah, it's not good.
It doesn't work.
No.
He's not the right guy for the job. But his teeth look great.
Yeah, they do. So he does have that going for him.
Great
That's
white
the
teeth.
great white teeth.
Yeah.
It's too bad though, because he's such a nice guy.
Oh yeah, he's a really nice guy.
I'd like to see him do something that's actually successful, but
Yeah,
nothing he does impresses
jumping
me.
on the Great White train, probably not the greatest idea.
No, because he sounds absolutely not. See, here's what Great White needs to do, honestly.
Hire Jack Russell back.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's it. That's the only thing. Or
You got to have that voice.
if you just can't do it, you got to go find a sound alike.
Yeah, it has to sound like Jack.
Because you're trying to do your own thing, which I can respect the hell out of that, and I can totally
Oh, I do
understand
too,
why
yeah.
you'd want to,
But it
just
just doesn't work.
put the past in the past and let's move forward. But you're still playing those songs from the past, so
As a fan,
you got
I
to
can't
do it right.
I just can't get into it.
Me neither.
And I tried with Terry singing for
Me
him.
too.
It's just like it's just missing Jack.
Which that album that they put out with Terry had some good songs on it,
The songs were good, but
but they're not Great White.
I can't view it as a Great White album.
No, because it doesn't have that signature voice.
Yeah,
That's the power of Jack Russell. His voice is such
It's very
a signature sound that it's very difficult to duplicate,
yeah.
and you're never going to find anybody that's going to be quite like him.
No,
And those songs are, you love it or hate it, are Jack Russell songs.
they might be one of my favorite MTV Unplugs. Was when they did MTV Unplugged.
Yeah,
They just so good.
they're a great band. Every time I've seen them, I've seen probably Great White more than I've seen any band
I've seen them a good number
over
of
the
times,
years,
too. I've seen
because
at
it
least
seemed like
4
when I was
times.
young, like every show I'd go to, Great White would be opening up
Yeah,
or headlining.
they were definite road dogs, especially through
Yeah.
the 90s.
Yeah, for sure.
They played
And
a lot.
always good. Never once have I had a bad experience seeing Great White.
Although the time when they were opening on that Glam Slam Metal Jam tour with Poison, Rat, and Night Ranger, and they were the first band, and like we got there right as they were wrapping up. Like I think I saw 2 of their songs,
Yeah.
and Jack was so fucking drunk. Like it was
Yeah.
just, and I was up in the grass area, and it was obvious like he was stumbling around, but he still sounded amazing.
Right?
But like everybody were like, God, he's really fucked up. But yeah,
But he sounds great. That's the authentic experience.
I'm sure the band were probably like, God, I hate working with this guy, but listen to how he sounds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess at some point you gotta, something terrible must have happened to finally be the straw that breaks the camel's back with them, where they were like, never again.
I think they cleaned up and he didn't. I think that's
Yeah.
really what it boils down to.
But now he's cleaned up, so why?
He is, but
you know? But then there's always that doubt, because there was other times that he's supposedly
He really
cleaned
dropped
up
the
too.
ball a few times there at the
Kind of
end.
like the old Ace Frehley story, just like Ace saying, "Hey, now I'm the Ace Frehley that they always wanted me to be."
Well, we save that for Torpedo Dudes.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Keep it separated.
that's right. But
Do what the
yeah,
Offspring
Great White's
says.
awesome.
But I'd love to see him get back. That's a reunion I don't see happening though. I don't think it'll happen.
It's got to happen. Well, I guess he's doing okay on his own, so he don't really need them.
It's getting good.
They don't
reviews.
want him, so it all works out, I guess.
Yeah. So you saw Maiden tickets went on sale.
Yeah, I picked up a.
Not cheap.
Well, no, they never are. That's why we didn't go last time they came. But
nosebleeds were like $50.
I grabbed a Nashville Scene while I was at the McKay's record store today, and they got a big full page thing on it
really?
for it. It's pretty cool looking. I was thinking, boy, there was a time and a place where I'd have cut that out and put it in a frame,
Sure.
or at the very least just taped it to my wall.
And I'm not even a giant Maiden fan, but I really want to see them once.
Me too.
I've never seen them live.
I've never seen Maiden either. I love Iron Maiden.
And this is the tour to do it because they're really going crazy with the staging on this
Yeah.
one. Like
They're doing the Legacy tour.
Yeah, they're like going to have different things staging through the whole show.
Makes you wonder if they're getting close to the end now too. I mean, with your busting out Legacy tours.
I know Nico said in an interview recently that he's he doesn't see himself playing in the band much longer.
Yeah.
I think he's ready to hang it up.
And it's always harder on drummers.
Yeah, it's especially playing those songs.
Because it's an athletic event to play a concert.
Yeah, I'd love to see him once.
Like, I always wonder about that because I think if I was good enough and coordinated enough to be a drummer, then you got to consider stamina.
Oh, it's all about stamina.
I mean, the little bit of drumming I've done was when my buddy Tommy had a drum kit and we set it up out in the garage, and I'd go out there and fuck around on it all the time. And I am by no means a drummer.
Right.
You know, I can keep a beat.
Yeah, it's about me.
But when it comes time to do a fill and change over to something else, I can never seem to get it in time.
I could do the most basic of fills, but that's all I could. I could hold a beat. But then, like, after 5 minutes, I'm like, fuck, I'm tired.
Exactly. You know, and that's after 5 minutes, you know, so that's one song.
Yeah. We did my band in high school, like, we would... Basically, all we would play is whatever grunge songs were big at the time.
Yeah.
And Wes, my drummer, hated Bullet with Butterfly Wings by Smashing Pumpkins.
Why?
But he just hated it. He just didn't like them. And but I always loved them, and everybody else in the band loved them. We really wanted to play it. So I would play drums on that one song.
Really?
And I could play that one song, but I'd be fucking...
like, I won't do it.
But I would be dog fucking tired by the end of it. And I could. That's like the one rock song I could actually play from start to finish on drums. But, I mean, it wasn't that hard to play. But, yeah, I never forget that because, like, he would... You know, we'd play for hours in that basement. And I'm like, I don't know how you fucking do it, man. Because I'm like, I'm doing one song and I'm fucking gassed. Yeah. Like, my arms would be killing me.
Got to respect the drummer, man.
I do. Yeah.
Unsung heroes of a band.
They're doing stuff with each hand and each foot independently of each other. It's really amazing.
And they're always the sweatiest.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell who works the hardest in the band.
But, yeah, that's...
Look at old pictures of Peter Criss with his makeup all melting off.
Save that for Torpedo.
Oh, damn it.
It's going to be hard. Oh, man.